Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ankush from Alif Consulting. Welcome in our Azure Weekly Update video. In this video, we will be going to talk about all the updates which has been released by Microsoft last week for Azure Cloud, right? Here is the update which we have is for the Azure product services. So most of the update you would be going to see which has been released for the SQL Server or the SQL Managed instance, right? So let's quickly jump into the deep dive and understand what are these updates, right? So the first update which we have is for SQL Server 2022. As we know, the centralized authentication repository used by Azure Active Directory allows you to store the objects such as user groups and service principal as an identity. And Azure AD also allow us to use these identities to authenticate with the different services, right? Same way, now we have a capability to bring this capability on the server 2022 on the VM. So as we know, Azure Active Directory authentication can be used with SQL Server, can be used with SQL Managed instance, and can be used with the SQL Server on the VM or on Azure, right? And the CNAP Analytics. Same way, now it's provide us the capability to have the Azure Active Directory authentication directly on the SQL Server 2022 as well. Second update which we have is for Arc enabled SQL managed instance. Now again, this have Active Directory connector. This Active Directory connector is same way of doing the authentication, right? So Arc enable a data service support the Active Directory for identity and access management, which is also known as a IAM. Is a feature of Azure Cloud. The Arc enabled SQL managed instance use an existing on-premise AD domain for the authentication. To facilitate this, Azure Arc enabled data service introduced a new Kubernetes native CRD, which is also known as a custom resource definition called Azure Directory Controller, right? So this is a new things which has been there. With this new release, what it's provide us Azure Arc enabled SQL managed instance running on a same data controller that ability to perform the Active Directory authentication. So this is the new controller or the new controller has been there for the Arc enabled SQL managed instance, only for the Arc enabled SQL managed instance. The next update which we have is for a machine Azure machine learning. In January 2022, Microsoft have done some of uh, the new general availability update release, which is currently available in GA, include the ability to place the customized tag on your workspace and compute and search for machine learning asset across all the workspace resource groups and the subscription within your organization. Secure the ingress and egress of managed online endpoints without needing the additional configurations. Build custom metric view and simplify the data security by making it easier for the enterprise to use the sensitive data for the model training. So these are the things which has been released for Azure machine learning in the January 2022. The next update which we have is for SQL Server 2022. Now we have a we have a policy access policies directly from the Microsoft Purview supported for Server 2022. What that means is with the new Microsoft Purview access policies for SQL Server 2022 provided by Arc enabled SQL servers, you can gain the visibility into your data asset across the on-premise data centers and the multi-cloud. You can secure access to your data and safeguard sensitive data across the application beyond in the multi-clouds, right? This feature provides the data administrator or the owners the capability to author the policies that govern the access to the Active Directory using the directly from Azure to all the SQL servers data sources at scale without writing the T-SQL code or explicitly creating the login and the database user. So this is a new thing specifically in terms of governance or in terms of security, and this feature is directly supported from the Microsoft Purview, which is again a different service for the governance. The next update which we have is viewing the SQL databases via Azure Arc, right? So this is a new thing. As we know today, customers and partners manage hundred or even thousands of active databases. For each of those databases, it essentials to able to create a accurate mapping of the active configuration, right? This could be for the inventorying or even reporting purpose. Centralize the database inventory in Azure using the Arc. Azure Arc allows you to create a unified view of all of your databases in a one place, regardless of the infrastructure, right? Those databases might be located in your Azure, maybe in your data center, maybe in edge site, or even on the other cloud as well. So what we can do, like with this new feature, so we can get a single view of all the databases running across the environment, right? Either on the on-premise, either on the private cloud, either on the multi-cloud, or either running on the different providers, right? So those kind of things can be done with this new feature. Well, that's it in this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for more upcoming videos, and feel free to reach us if you have any questions. Thank you.